Good afternoon, everyone. How are you all? I hope all of you are doing well and fine. Um, this is your sociology master class. Um, this will be your second class for this course, and the name of this paper is Rural Sociology. So we'll be dealing with block 2 today. Let's proceed. So the block 2, that is name of this block is rural programs and development policies. As we know that our name of this paper is rural sociology. It means study of rural society, mostly what are the issue and problem that we face and how they interact, whatever relationship are there in rural society. So this is what we will study in this whole course. Today our main focus of today's this block 2 is what are the problems they face in rural society and what development policies are made for them to develop the society. So the main focus is, as I told you before, mainly rural problems. And what, as this is sociology subject, we'll try to know the critical understanding what the theory tells about. So this is an overview of this of today's class. Rural problems in India, so we understand what are the different problems they have. And development purpose, how do we develop this society? What are the development policies? Different people have different type of approach. Like to go to the day, someone can go by train, someone go by road, someone can go by flight. They will to reach a destination we have different approaches. So there are also some approaches how to develop this rural society. So that's about that. And policies and program, what the policies and program frame the outcome of development and the development policies which help for the development of this rural society. What are the different type of scheme that is done for them? And at the last, the role of state, etc. So what role they play in the development of this rural society and social. And our objective of this, we are able to know that uh, what are the issues that is being faced by the rural people. That is what we're able to understand after going through this blog and what are the different type of development model. What are the different type of approaches that model by which we can develop this rural society. That's what we discuss today, that too. And also we'll able to elaborate policies and programs and how can we apply all the theory that we get in different cases and we try to know some case studies too. So number one is the rural problem. What is the rural problem? Problem means what are the different type of challenges they face, different type of issue they face, like as we're doing this class today. So whatever problem we face during this class, maybe internet may not be working much, my voice may not be clear to you. So this type of dimension that we face. In the same way, in rural society, what are different problems they face? That's what we're interested in. So what are they? Number one is economic problem. Economy is the money that is there in a society does not reach them. So that they are not having the proper means to get a daily needs. Social problem in rural societies, there are different type of social issues like some are the higher class, some are lower class, some are being discriminated, some are taken as untouchable. So this type of issue they face. Some cultural issue, some culture are honored, some culture are not preferred, and different type of infrastructure issue are also there. That means the road are not proper because if there is no road, other infrastructure cannot develop. Electricity are not there. Good water supply is not there. So this type of infrastructure issue we be studying. The number one is economic problem. But by the way, this all problems we are talking about, the economic problem, social problem, and also the infrastructure problem, cultural problem, all are interrelated. One problem leads to the other problem. So we have to solve all these problems, then only proper development can come. It is not the one problem will solve another problem. It will anyhow make a circle and make the problem even more. So we have to solve the problem as a whole, not as one individual. Because there is a relationship between economic and social. So we have to solve both the problems. So number one is economic problem. That means unemployment is there, population is small, people are not getting the proper unemployment there because there are not many factories, there are not many scope by which they can employ themselves. Proper means of money cannot be there in the family because they are not having the proper infrastructure to earn that money for their family. Agrarian crisis is another. Agrarian crisis means the mostly it is if when you say it is rural society, mostly it's in agricultural society because rural is mostly dependent upon agriculture. There is no any infrastructure, there is no any company. So what is the only option left? Cultivate the land, get a fruit from there, sell this on the market and get your. But it is the crisis that people face. If there are crises, some have more lands, they might be in a better position, but many people don't have uh, the ownership of land, so they suffer. In many cases, they are the one that land is laborer are the one who suffer in these issues. The other problem is low productivity. Even after they plow, even after they somehow manage to get a land and plow and get a harvest, the production is very low. Because the new technologies, the fertilizers, the insecticide, those type of things will increase the production, are not able to reach to this. So because of that, there is a low productivity. The hybrid is that is done in the urban society where people are doing research. So those type of better seed quality does not reach this world. So because of that, the productivity is less. They're not able to give water in time because there is no any like drip irrigation system is not there. So all these type of are the reason why there is a big problem in process. The other one is social problem. What do you mean by social problem? Number one is caste inequality. Like someone is in higher caste, someone is lower caste, middle caste. It means they refer to the Varna system that you can you all know the Brahmins, the Vaishyas, the Kshatriyas, Sudras, the someone, the priests, the warriors, the businessmen, the untouchables. So because of this type of hierarchy that is there in our rural society, people are not able to um, rise up in their society because they are always pushed down. They are discriminated. They are not given the opportunity to be in higher position. Only the higher class they try to be the one who make decision for the society. So it's because of this that inequality exists in the rural society. The higher class always want to maintain their power in their social setting. The other one is discrimination on the basis of gender. When you say that discrimination on the basis of gender, it means mostly it refers to the women. They are not able, and girl children, they are not getting that much respect and opportunity to excel in life because mostly Indian society follow patriarchy system where the male is given preference in everything. So because of that, even in rural society, it is more. Even in urban society, somehow people are giving opportunities that females are able to come up with different type of new startup, new ideas. But in rural, they are not given that opportunity. They are not given education. They are not given the resources. So because of that, there is this gender discrimination in the rural society. So this is one of the problems that we face in our society. Because of that, develop because if our women are not able to develop themselves, are not empowered enough to earn their living and have a decision their society and family, it affects society at large and rural society in particular. And the other is social exclusion on the basis of caste. If people are you are from this tribe, you are excluded from this event, they are not given the respect, you are excluded from working this role, you're not able to get water from this well. So this type of social exclusion is done to the lower caste. So these type of problem are there in the rural society. So these are the social problems that we have to understand as a sociologist, that what is the reason behind, how can we correct this. So this our duty as sociologists to find out what is the root cause of these problems. So these are three problems: caste inequality, gender discrimination, and social exclusion. As I have told you before, the other one is infrastructure problem. Number one is road transportation system. Very bad. It does not reach the rural society, the rural villages. It does not reach properly. That way we have big road in urban cities. We don't have that facilities in the rural setting or the rural society. So because of that, if there is no transportation system, it affects their raw material. They're not able to supply that raw material to the industries. They're not able to produce that product. They make so it's very difficult for them to make this product that they produce to carry to market because it's not nearby. Plus, road is not there properly, so it's not feasible for them to cultivate there and to bring that in this market because road and transportation is very lack of healthcare. It means proper hospitals, if they are not well, there is no proper healthcare facilities for them. So this is another problem. This is one major issue that we are facing. That is, they don't get the healthcare they deserve. They don't get the facilities. They don't have the resources to fight the diseases and illness because there is no facilities at all to come to urban cities and get this under more expenditure. So they don't have the means to support those expenditure. And the other one is lack of educational performance. It means there is no proper schools out there for many many villages like 30, 40 villages together. They might have only one school. It is not near to them. They might need to walk for kilometers and miles. And after that, they have that school facility. So because of that, very early in their life, they give up reading because it's very difficult for them to reach their school. So because of that, they give up in early life uh, their education because it is not near to them. It's not feasible. So these are the main infrastructure problem that rural society face. That is, school are not nearby, hospital are not there, road transport are very bad, in some places not there to electricity does not reach to them. These are the main issue, the first issue that rural society face. So most rural society depend upon agriculture. This is the only source of their income. And this agriculture gives a very low income. And this low income brings to poverty. And this poverty, what do people do? There is no scope in their villages. What do? They migrate to other places where there is employment. So this has led to decline in rural society. In this way, our society of villages and rural society cannot develop because people are migrating. No one is trying the hard way how to develop my village, my rural society. There are people are migrating outside. So because of this low agriculture productivity and poverty, people migrate to some other cities, which is giving better scope. So high, as I told you, is high dependence on agriculture. This number one, and other one is only during rainy season they might get some employment. Maybe some other place, some other season where there is no rain, they were not able to cultivate. So this type of issue gives seasonal unemployment. They are only employed for few months of the year. The other months, no work is there. So what do? They have no other scope. Sometimes they go outside. So this is a big problem that children unemployment. And the land that they have, the society that is there, it does not support for them all year round employment opportunities. It is only seasonal, mostly And you can see in Bihar, Odisha, so those type of state, there is some seasonal employment are there. So those type of issues need to be solved to make our university develop. So all these issues that I have told you before are interconnected, they're all interdependent due to agriculture, rural productivity, because of the people migration, because of, because of this caste system, people are discriminated. All these problems are all interrelated together. So this is a moderation theory, where they said people always, there is a theory that society always moves from the primitive society, the traditional society to a modern society because of industrialization, urbanization, and due to use of technology. This modernization theory, where it says that all the societies go step to step, and the last step is urbanization, where due to industrialization, people are able to uh, get higher productivity, more machine are used. Because of that, they become modern. So this is the one of the theory how to develop. The development is there is a movement of society from traditional to modern. And what does another thing, Rosto, what he thinks there are economic growth. So there is a traditional life, and there is a there is a space in this growth that it will take off quite quite fast. Then in one place to reach, you need to be a maturity. It will be stay there, and they are able to enjoy the development for a big uh, period of time. So this is a linear development model. So this is another theory that you have. So there are capitalist approach where what is the meaning of capitalism? It means that where money is the only force, profit maximization is the only motive. My motive is not to give to the society to help anyone. No. In capitalism, my motive is how do I get more profit? How do I exploit my workers, and from there, how do I get a profit myself? So the minimum I'll give them, and I'll try to extract the maximum out of them. So this is capitalist approach. So the capitalist approach are criticized in many ways because they bring inequality, and mostly capitalist and urban cities. So it neglect the rural people. So these are the uh, different stages of development to modern society. Traditional society, industrialization, then this is because of the relation there is economic growth, and this is economic growth with the modern society. So this modernization, there is a belief that this modernization it brings development. It is good, bring growth in the society, but it also brings uneven development. The modernization is not taking place every place. Somewhere it is more, somewhere it is less. So the development is not as a holistic development in a modern society. Somewhere developed, somewhere not developed. So there is a difference in development. Socialist approach, it means it will be in control of the government. Then the government will distribute to the people. Government is the owner of everything. He will decide whom to give how much. So it is in the state control of the resources. Everything is with the government or the one who rules, and is their wish how much they want to give to the society. Mostly it depends upon equality. They want equal distribution of resources. It is a welfare approach for the betterment of the society. So one of the thinkers, Karl Marx, he always tells that if you want to achieve development level, struggle is must. Without struggle, without any fight, we're not able to enjoy, or we're not able to break an equal that is there. To bring equality, you should struggle. That struggle is must. So talking about another approach that is contained approach. He talks about mostly about decentralization. Decentralization, the power should go to the local level. From local, it should go to a higher level. But everything should start from the base. Self-sustainable is what focus of learning approach. The belief should be self-sustainable. So depending upon others, they should be self-sustainable, and everything should be decentralized. It should not come from the center. It should come from the bottom, and it should be to the center. So this is the approach of Gandhian approach. And there are so many development policies to government time to time they bring any scheme and project for the development of our society, how this poverty can be reduced in our society, and how rural infrastructure can be developed. Some of the steps they have taken, government have taken different measures to correct this equal distribution of resources between urban and rural society. Major scheme capacity of Manreka. So it is there which is giving unemployment, uh, many unemployed, some guaranteed employment days where people go work there and they get there's a guaranteed income promised by the government. So in that way, everyone is getting employment. Not for the whole, at least for few days or few months they get employment due to Manreka. Then there is another item to due to these also this is like the witness rural livelihood, national rural livelihood mission is there. So mostly the aim of this is how to make the roads more sustainable. How can they survive in a sustainable way? How can we increase their income? This is the aim of rural livelihood mission so that many economic issues, social issues, health issues can be solved. And there are schemes like for roads, so different types of schemes are done. The government is trying so that different scheme can be made for the rural society so that it can bring some development. So like it gives 100 days of employment. So it's a made success it has achieved. So some of the challenges of Rega are there because it is such a scheme in all over India. It has spread. It is such a big scheme and a lot of money are involved. In the way, it has given some scope for corruption. So there is some implementation gap because of there is different hierarchy which is there in a bureaucratic system. So the money comes from layer to layer. Because of that, there is gap between the electric implementation and the one who have uh, policies who are making. The policies who make are having uh, intention to have the society, but because of bureaucratic setup and because of the corrupt mindset some people have, because of that, this scheme are not much successful to what it was thought to be. So this policy are done so that there is some change in the law. So policies are there, and if policies are implemented properly, if, and the outcome will come. And if outcome is good, there will be change in our society, and good social change will come, which will lead to a good rural development or rural sociology will develop, rural society will develop. So what role government plays? So one is policy making is their role. The other one is to give funding for this type of project is their role. And the other one is they are the one who implement all these policies. And they are the one who give funding for this scheme and policies which they make. So what about these are the role? What about the NGOs who are there for the development of our rural society? What is their role? Their role is their one is more decentralized approach. They are directly go to on the ground stay there and they mobilize them, they make them understand these are the schemes that we have, these are we can you can develop, these are the ways rural livelihood can be in a sustainable way, will give you some employment opportunities, you should do this, how to use resources. So NGOs go there and mobilize people and they give training and awareness. If they don't know how to handle machine. They'll buy machine for them. They'll tell them how to handle this machine, how to start small scale industries. So these type of small help are done, are given by the NGOs to the rural society. And they participate in the community too. They stay there, they observe there, and they encourage the people to participate in different type of social issue. Even they encourage them to participate in election so that the empowerment can come. They give different type of training to them, different type of awareness to the rural people so that they can improve their life. So the main role of NGOs is to give them better health, better education. So they might open a small school or a small healthcare facility so that they can cater to the need of these villagers. So these are some of the roles that the NGOs do for the better of the society. So they also do some finance. You might have set a group. This one of the main success of these NGOs, and later on the government also have them by giving some financial help so that they can start some small scale industry. So they encourage rural entrepreneurship, but they become the owner of the business and they earn by themselves. So depending upon other, they don't need to go to other countries and migrate or other cities and migrate there and stay. They can stay in their house. And how can they build some entrepreneurial activities, entrepreneurial business? How can they start? So government plus NGOs plus government. So all this, if they combine together, will be able to bring a sustainable development in our rural society. Develop this society, we need everyone participate. The community needs to participate, the NGOs need to participate, the government needs to all need to come together and work for a common goal so that the rural society in our country can be developed. So it is mostly a connected approach where we should always put our hand for this development of our society. So few questions that are we go through all these units. Analyze the problems firstly. What are the different type of problems that we face? Actually, discuss social problems, social, unemployment, infrastructure, so economic. So all these type of problems we're able to understand, able to write on this type of and compare different type of approach to development and evaluate the policy that government has made, how effective it is, and also the role of government and the role of NGOs in development. So these are the questions that we will discuss in the next class too, and this is important for the examination. So next class we'll do block 3. If you have any question, you can ask. So block 3 is about Panchayat Raj, rural planning, and communication and economic development tools. So these are the topic that we'll be doing in the next class. Thank you all. Bye and take care, and we'll see you in our next week. We'll be seeing you. Thank you all.